September 2023, and it was an invitation to attend committee meeting. Let me read the letter for you. The above subject matter refer following complaints from members of the public regarding construction of a building on a claimed road reserve. The Joint Committee on Lands and Physical Planning and Housing and Urban Development requests you to attend its committee meeting on 27th September 2023 at the County Assembly. The committee would like to be furnished with the following information relating to A. Sewer line details of Eldoret Municipality Block 6, plot number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. B. Provision of clean water to the plots in A and above. Any other information relating to sewer line design system of Eldoret Municipality Block C and above. Before we proceed, my name is Moses Kebenei, MCA Simat Kapsaret Ward, and also Chairman of Lands and Physical Planning. Let me give the mic to my coach today, then we proceed to members to do introduction.
Thank you, guests and honorable members. With my chair Lance, I'm Honorable Isaac Churchill, taking chair on urban planning. Proceed, honorable members.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Honorable Gilbert Lagat, member to this committee.
Asante, naitwa Mheshimiwa Samoei Isaac, mwakilishi bunge kutoka sehemu ya Kapsaus, a member of this committee.
Francis Muya Mwangi, member representing Langas Ward, member to the both committees, and the leader of minority. Thank you.
Honorable Patrick Mayo, MCA Mosbridge.
I'm Jonathan Ngetich, member of the committee, MCA Kaptagat.
I'm David Thomas Butuk, MCA Kapkures.
Mheshimiwa Gilbert Chepkonga, member Ainapko Eldoret Ward, member ya kamati.
David Leting Kokwas, member of Kenya Ward, member to this committee.
I'm Kimani Wanjohi, minority chief whip, also a member representing Huruma Ward.
I'm Honorable Thomas Yego, representing Tarakwa, a friend to this committee.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gilbert Koskei, member representing Geptiret Kipchamo, a friend of the committee.
Good afternoon. My name is Rebecca, MCA representing Queenette Kapsuswa Ward, a member of this committee.
CPS Samuel Sawe, member representing Gamaguts and a friend to this committee.
Mary Goreti Boroswa, member representing Kipsomba Ward, a friend to the committee.
Our secretariat, please introduce yourselves.
Torois Kimtai from Research Department.
David Sum, Public Relations Officer.
Kogeluk Rebecca Hansard.
I'm Kelvin Wibanda, Committee Clerk, Lands and Urban Development.
My name is Michelle Saina from the Legal Department.
I am Naomi Seren, Committee Clerk, Lands and Physical Planning.
Thomas Albey, Sajida Tams.
Thank you. Our invited.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Joseph Mayo. I'm in charge of operations at Eldoret Water and Sanitation Company.
And I'm Peter Biwat. I'm the Managing Director of Eldoret Water and Sanitation Company. Thank you. Thank you for honoring the invitation. On the letter that was submitted to you, a letter from the office of the clerk, and this is from the county. On our rev is UGCA NHPU volume 5 of 8, dated 13th September. And the letter was addressed to the managing director, Eldoret Water and Sanitation Company Limited, Eldoret, box 8418, Eldoret. Dear sir, invitation to attend a committee meeting. The above subject matter refers the following complaints from members of the public regarding construction of a building on a claimed road reserve. The Joint Committee on Lands and Physical Planning and Housing Urban Development requests you to attend its committee meeting on 27th September 2023 at 12 noon at the County Assembly precincts. The committee would like to be furnished with the following information relating to A. Sewer line details of Eldoret Municipality Block 6, plot number 456 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. A provision of clean water to the plots in A above. Information relating to the sewer line design systems of Eldoret Municipality. Block 6 above. Yours faithfully, Clark Chogi. The managing director and the operations manager, Bonamayo. This is a house of also of investigation, legislation, and oversight. And there before you, we are required to give evidence, or any matter that will be saying in this house is a matter that will be under oath. We will request our legal officer to administer the oath of this committee. Welcome.
I, Peter Kibet Arab Biwat, Managing Director of Eldoret Water and Sanitation Company, swear before God that the evidence I shall give before this joint committee touching on the matters in question shall be the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
I, Joseph Mayo, Operations Manager Eldoret, swear before God that the evidence I shall give before this joint committee touching on the matters in question shall be the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you. Thank you. Our letter is a letter of request that A, the committee would like to be furnished with information relating to sewer line details of Eldoret Municipality Block 6, plot numbers 4 to number 13, flowing. Do you have the information? Can you table?
We have the information, and we hereby table. So I don't know whether I should bring it to you.
Yes.
We have already shared.
Thank you.
And that is the information that we have from our company.
2. Yeah, they'll take us through. I want them to table first all of what we wanted, so that they go through one by one. We will sort them out one by one. 2, provision of matters to do with provision of clean water to the plots in A above.
Yes, we have.
table. And then any other information that you deem fit to share with this committee that can help your department.
Yes, we have consolidated in one report.
Thank you.
Which has maps.
Thank you. So, Honorable Director, we accord you the time to go through from A and explain to this house so that the house can digest.
Thank you very much. Am I allowed to give appreciation for the invitation?
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, I would like to extend our warmest appreciation for the invitation to appear before the Joint Committee of Lands and Fiscal Planning and Housing and Urban Development at the County Assembly of Uasin Gishu County. We are very happy for this invitation, and I wanted to say that we have looked at your inquiry and we have provided responses which I'll go through, but to comment that this kind of a situation is something that is rampant in the county, in the municipality. It's not, this might not be the only one. There might be a lot of other similar issues, and in the course of executing our mandate, personally I've come across people who have constructed above sewer line, the main trunk. Others who have also fenced off the sewer line or the water infrastructure, the way leaves. And I think it's an issue which is long-standing. It's not started the other day. It's a long-standing issue, which I think the committee should focus on. Of course, as a company, a few years ago, we went demolishing structures and buildings around our way leave in West Indies. But we know also in Kapsoi, in Elgon View and other areas, we cannot even access our infrastructure to provide service because it is privatized in people's homes. So this is a long-standing issue, but let me focus specifically on this one. But I would like to say that if these kind of anomalies are not checked, it is interfering with our provision of water and sanitation services. You will go and find that some people complain of lack of water for a very long time, or even sewer line is not working, or there is blockages. It's because of constructions which interfere with our lines. So I want to just focus on this one because of time. So we have provided a report on development on access road in Kenyatta Street behind FIMS. In reference to the letter dated 13th September 2023, with regard to the development on access road along Kenyatta Street behind FIMS, the technical team visited and the construction site and came up with the following observations and findings. There are existing 1 UPVC water lines on both sides of the access road. That is its access has been blocked with the ongoing building works. The water lines are tapped from a 4-inch steel water main running along Kenyatta Street. There is an existing 150 millimeter diameter UPVC sewer line running along the access road and serving plots number 7 and 10. Plots number 4, 8, and 9 are served by a 300 millimeter diameter concrete sewer line that runs from MTRH through Juakale area and passing through the Wayleaf, as shown on the maps which are attached, if you can see the maps. Plot number 5 and 6 are underdeveloped. Plot number 11 is served by 200 millimeter diameter UPVC sewer line running from Opera building and joining the main trunk sewer. The main trunk sewer line passes through plot number 203, which is already developed as shown on the maps attached. Therefore, the development of this building on the access road affects access to maintenance of our water and sewerage infrastructure. According to the Water Act and our tariff and the provisions of law, such kind of a structure should be demolished. And as Eldoret Water and Sanitation Company, we will not mince our words. This kind of buildings, as I've said, are the ones interfering with our service. And therefore, from our side, if it is not addressed, then people living downstream the pipe will never access water as required. Or the company might require to have some more investments to divert the lines, and we might run into conflicts with plot owners where there are no way lifts, or it will be costly to the company. We've been sued several times because of these kind of challenges, and the company ends up spending a lot of cash on legal fees. I beg to stop there, but if you need more explanations, I have the engineer here who can take you through the maps.
Thank you. As the engineer comes in, thank you for the info and your recommendation as well. You've made the recommendation that you see that they're interfering with your way leaves and such kinds of structures must be put down. As the Mr. Mayo, operations manager, as you come in, also address the connections that preceded. Did any officer from Eldoret engage in diverting the lines? Because already you've seen the 4-inch line that serves that entire area was connected by somebody. It was cut off from the main line and then served from the upper side. The sewer line that serves the 2 and the other one that serves on the downwards. These kind of amendments on Wayleaf, on your systems, who did it? And what is your discretion?
Okay, thank you very much. I know we have a few of these maps, but from these maps, we have 2 maps. The second one is showing exactly where we have the access road and where the development is ongoing. And then the second one is the one just below it is a Wayleaf where we have our trunk main line. So where they have put this construction is on the access road. Yeah. So I think the difference is that the access road is in terms of width, it's the Wayleaf is bigger than the access road. Yeah. To answer your question on, I'm not sure because I'm in charge of operations, but I'm not sure whether there was some diversion because the existing sewer line bind I think it starts from somewhere. It was not running along all the Wayleaf or rather the access road. I think it was serving the petrol station. And then on the issue of the water lines, we have 2 water lines running along the access road on both sides, which have not been interfered.
So you're okay?
I'm okay.
So continue.
Yeah,
Any
yes.
other information?
So I think I was checking at the recent maps, and I think if you can check at this plot 203, where we are saying that the sewer line is passing that in the middle of that plot, I think the development was done when the sewer line was already existing. That is why it's beneath that building. And I think there's another building, maybe I did not report here, but just below plot number 240. Below plot number 240. The second one. The second one. there's this Mayok something enterprises. So one of our manuals is just exactly at the gate. If you can check at that map. Yeah. So it is just a touching. But the other place is undeveloped. This plot 150. So I think that's what I wish to say. If there are further questions, I'll answer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayo. It's just a point of concern. As the MD said, we already have of water that passes through where the construction is being done. Before the construction, Wana MD, was there any written request from the the developer, for you to remove the lines?
I have not. I'm someone who has a very long memory, but I've never seen this request.
So they just
and in any case, even if they had written to us, upon sending our engineers, normally we don't allow people to construct where their well lives. We would have advised that they should not touch where water and sanitation infrastructure are actually passing.
Noted.
Yeah.
Thank you. Members, I think now if there's anyone with a point of concern or any other question, we can now proceed. Let's start with the ladies first, and then Mheshimiwa Mary Goretti. Our visitors, Mr. Mayo and MD, our speaker just joined us. Kindly let him officially welcome them.
Thank you. Thank you,
And
Chair.
introduce yourself.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Philip Muige, Speaker to this County Assembly of Yasingishu, and a friend to the committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. First of all, I want to really appreciate the Eldoret team for the information they've given to this committee. Secondly, I want to say that as a department, it is a concern from these members that, as we know, where there's a way leaf of a sewer line, nobody is allowed to construct on top of it. Maybe the question that I would ask is, when you realized that this was happening, did you take a step to maybe report the same to the relevant committee? Or did you give any information over the same? Because you've said there are several, not even these ones alone. Do you have a compiled report that says that you've been complaining over the constructions on your sewer line and where you are supposed to be giving water service to the people? If so, has it ever come to the committee? And if not, what made you to keep silence over the same? You've said you've been taken to courts severally over maybe service delivery. What action have you taken to mitigate the same so that you are not taken to courts? Because I know at the end of the court cases, you lose a lot of money. So what are the mitigations that you've put in place to ensure that no one encroaches on your lines? Thank you.
I'll give two more members, then I'll give you an opportunity to answer. Mheshimiwa Rebecca Magut, kindly, then Mheshimiwa Muya and Mheshimiwa Chepkonga. At order.
Thank you, Chair, for giving me an opportunity. I just want to know from Engineer Mayo. Many a times when we are applying for building approval, when I want to build a house, before I am given approval from the lands or from the physical planning, there is a requirement that you need to clear with Eldoret first. Now, when this construction was done, when they had the approval, which I know they got approval from somewhere, I want to believe they went through the same that all residents of Wazingishu normally goes through. Do you have any approval and acceptance letter to proceed and do the construction? Because no one can put up a construction within the CBD using your own water without approval. So I just want to know if there was an approval for the same, because they are using Eldoret's water in their construction, and they cannot use water without a meter or without Eldoret knowing what is happening. And any construction in this town, even the other day when we were doing our assembly here, before we started the construction, there were requirements which part of it was Eldoret should say something or should sign an approval somewhere that we don't have an issue with the contractor or the site, they should proceed. That is my concern.
Thank you. In short, Honorable Rebecca is asking, did you meter them? Because they are using Eldoret's water. They have an account with you, that portion. Or if not, whose water are they using? Honorable Muya.
Mine is very short, Chair, and it is to qualify what Honorable Goretti had asked. The MD did allude that there are so many such cases, and they know that Eldoret is owned by the government of Wazingishu, 100%. And in government, communication should be very formal, not by phone, not by hearsay. They have said that they have their facilities in the said former road reserve, which is under construction now. Did they, without reporting to any committee, did they cushion the developer on the same, the two issues? The main, where the main trunk is, because it is passing through a building, if I saw it right, and now the service lane, where the two 1 inch pipe water is passing through. Did they cushion the developer? And if they did so, how did they do it? If it is in writing, do they have that letter with them to table so that it be one of our evidence? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Mheshimiwa Muya Chepkonga. Then we go back to MD and Mr. Mayo.
Thank you so much, Chair. Through you, Chair, the MD and Mr. Mayo, you are put under oath to give us information. And surprising enough, you started by appreciating the invite, to mean that you joined the Honorable Committee in registering your dissatisfaction on what is going on. MD, now that you sound that the interference on your operations is rampant, the way you said, in which way would you want this committee to help you so that you deliver more to the county of Wazingishu? Thank you.
Bwana MD, it's your time, kindly.
Thank you, honorable members, for the invaluable questions. And I would like to say that normally the contractors actually should seek a no objection, especially
Chairman, maybe nilikosa kwenda shule darasa sana kidogo. Invaluable, what does the term invaluable mean?
Order, honorable member. Order, honorable member.
Invaluable
They are the best questions ever. That is the meaning in the English dictionary.
Oh, it's a subject of discussion.
Yes. Order, honorable member. Continue.
Yeah, I would like to respond to each of the questions and say that normally no one is allowed to build along the way lives, because those are provisions to provide utilities within urban centers. I'm responding to Mheshimiwa Goreti's question, and that's a fact. It's law. It's even implemented by us, as well as also the NEMA. NEMA is actually the one which enforces some of these laws that ensures that we adhere to provisions so that we protect what belongs to the public, which includes riparian areas in rivers. So if you see in Eldoret, the main trunk, for example, sewer lines, are actually going through the riparian areas, which are government areas. But over time, if you go to Elgonview and you follow Soshane River, you will see that most owners of those plots have actually fenced up to the river. And the sewer line, therefore, is inside their compounds. So that is what is really happened. And what we've been doing, because under the Water Act, the water service provider, in this case Eldoret, is allowed to carry out activities jointly with other actors in government, like public health, as well as national institutions like NEMA. And in that process, what is supposed to be done, therefore, is to condemn those kind of buildings, and then provision for demolition is now pursued. And I think as a company, we've been able to do this kind of an activity where we were able to do. In other areas in Elgonview, we have asked them to open gates so that we can be able to access our main sewer line, especially for servicing. It's an issue that also requires political solution, because some of the people who are occupying these premises are known people who are very famous, and they also need to be approached. And also over time, it's an issue that has become entrenched. So sometimes if you want to demolish, you might demolish the whole town.
Do you mean they are above the law?
No, they are not above the law. That's why we have come to the legislators, where they make the laws, so that you can help us to make laws and align ourselves to the national laws and make laws here at the county, so that we can be able to address what has been done and also prohibit what might be done in future.
In Simbo, let us zero into the question, because we have other matters. Did they seek a no objection?
No, they did not seek a no objection.
So you have no letter to that effect?
And that's why I'm saying even the question which Rebecca has asked is that we need to be consulted as a water company. Even in purchasing of land, our customers do not seek no objection, and they want to come and tell us right off debts which they were left by those who owned the land previously. So it's an issue that we need to improve coordination between the departments of lands, fiscal planning, the water provider, so that before transactions or before approvals are provided, this no objection, the elders can have a say. At the moment, we've been able to reach to the county previously, and we've said that we need to be part of the committee approving some of these constructions. But it's an area that I think you as a committee can help us. Muya, I know you, Honorable Muya has asked a question, but we've started an enforcement team. And recently government gave us the water protection units. And we've been able to deal with so many cases. Like this one, it had not come to my attention. But this one, we are going to deal with it. As by Water Act, we have the necessary teeth to deal with this kind of.
Let the MD constrain himself to the question. Did they wrote an advisory?
Honorable member, he has said, and he is continuing saying that, yeah, honorable member, order, honorable member. Honorable member is giving information that they have the requisite teeth to deal with them. So we want to inquire the kind of action that they will do so that we conclude. The honorable, now, they say it does not come to their attention, honorable member, and now they have the requisite teeth to deal with it. Let them just conclude by telling us the action that will proceed so that we conclude.
Thank you, Chair, for your protection.
You know, Chair, I'm a man of very few words, but straight to the point. The development is in the public domain. Everybody is seeing. They have a team they are calling. They have called it what?
Enforcement.
Enforcement team. You want to say that they are blind? It has not come to their and it is a building.
Honorable
Yesterday we were their officers who took us there. And they tell us it has not come. Is he truthful?
Thank you, honorable member.
Thank you.
Thank you for the concern.
Honestly speaking, it did not come to my attention. But what we are going to do is we'll enforce the tariff. So what will happen is we are going to send engineers, the lab people to test the water there. We are going to penalize them 100,000 Kenya shillings. If they
What's up, Honorable Chepkonga?
So I want to honestly ask the MD to focus on the question at hand. You know, he is giving us information we've not asked. Whether he will send who and who, that is not our business. The question from the member of Langas was, have you taken any action? And he gave us the right answer, that he has not taken.
You.
And that is enough. That is enough, Bwana MD.
Kindly, MD,
So that you don't
Order,
take...
Honorable Chepkonga, we've heard you. Restrict yourself to the question, but before I come to you, let me give latitude to the Honorable Speaker.
It's a point of order, Chair. I'm seeing Honorable Gilbert Chepkonga is not properly addressed to these committee sittings. So,
Sergeant Atam, can you confirm?
I don't know.
Can the Sergeant Atam confirm whether the member is not dressed well to this committee in a tie, and if not so, it's a committee. It's a committee. Yeah, it deserves that. That was what it calls for. That. Honorable Chepkonga, can the kindly ask to dress well and then come back? Kindly. And Honorable Wanjoy, can you join the Honorable Chepkonga? Order, Honorable. Order, Honorable Kokwas. Order, Honorable Kokwas. Order, Honorable Kokwas. We rule that way. Order, Honorable Kokwas. Order. Honorable Wanjoy, can you join? Can you join, please? With due respect, Honorable Wanjoy, please join. Can you, Honorable Wanjoy? The Speaker, the Chair is informed. Thank you, Honorable members. Can you conclude, Honorable?
Yes, let me conclude and say that we're going to take the necessary action. Of course, we've taken other actions on other people who have done the same, and we are going to recommend demolition of the same.
Thank you. Any with you, I'm joined by co-chair, Honorable Isaac, and honorable members, we are winding up. We've gathered our information well. We have the documents on the replies with us, and we want to wind up. Before we wind up, we'll give chance to the two honorable members so that the honorable member from Giblombe, she had spoken, let honorable member from Giblombe speak, and then we come to Honorable Koreti, then Honorable Kokwas, and Honorable member from Kaptagat.
Thank you, Chair. I'm interested with the conclusion that the MD from Eldoret is giving us today, that he will take the action of demolition. And that part we are not interested much on it. We are much interested about the ownership of the land. The ownership of the land. And that is why we are asking the questions. Did you approve? Did you do any approval for the ownership and the construction?
Yes, answered. Honorable member, he has said already on answered that they did not approve anything to do with them. Also, in their ownership, I think if well put, they have their way leave there. So their way leave means their systems are there. The sewerage system, the water system is there. Therefore means that installation is unlawful. Do you concur?
I concur.
That the installation is unlawful?
Yes.
Okay. Chair.
Honorable Koreti.
Thank you, Chair. My question, as per your sentiment, MD, that you are now going to use your teeth to bite. I want to believe that you have enough officers who are doing a daily inspections of your lines, and I want to believe that they are the ones to give you information that as we went to this line, this is what we found. It is very unfortunate because you say from where you sit, you are not aware. I will not take it that it is your fault, but it is the fault of the officers. Field officers that you have are not doing their right work. Not unless, while they are doing their work in the fields, they are doing also approvals. Maybe you need to go and confirm that and tell us next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Koreti. Honorable Ngetich. Sorry, Honorable Kokwas, I've seen you. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, Honorable Kokwas, it will come back to you.
Maybe I've got one concern, Chair, or two on this report. They've indicated that the main trunk sewer line passes plot number 203. You know, these are pictorials, these are maps. Now, where is 203 clearly? You can indicate to us the 203. I've not seen 203 in the map. Are there?
There is a manhole.
Oh yeah, there's a manhole there.
There's a manhole there.
Oh yeah, that is the farthest corner of 203. And then lastly, Chairman, is we wrote a letter. The committee wrote a letter to the team from Eldoret, and the letter was written sometimes. Then they prepared a report. Therefore, the final statement, the concluding part of the report, therefore, the development of this building on the access road affects access to maintenance of our water and sewerage infrastructure. To mean you have gone there. Maybe after we have written the request, you have gone there. Yep. And you've written to us this one. What have you done to them? Because umekuwa hapo, umeona, mmefanya nini kwao? Kwa sababu sisi umetuandikia hii ya kwamba it is on a road reserve na ina affect operation. Kwa wao wenye wamefanya hiyo kazi, mmefanya nini? Hiyo ndio peke yake chama.
And that's why I'm following and saying that the MD need to be very truthful, because the statement is stating that they know. But when he says that it had not been brought to their attention, then he's misleading this. He need to withdraw and apologize, because his statement negate from whatever he's saying.
Thank you. Thank you, MD, for your information. You are much informed because in the first place, you are in receipt of a letter. And the letter you received 7 days ago. And in 7 days, doing the replies to this letter, you must have visited the scene of crime, which is where the installation have been met. So, do you mean that you are not informed before the letter came, or you are informed now?
It's before the letter came, but now we are informed, and I've sent already the teams and even the enforcement, and there's a procedure of developing a report. Because what we do is, once we find this kind of anomaly, we also pursue court cases, a court process.
Yes.
So evidences are being prepared currently.
Okay.
And in the near future, you will hear a lot of cries. I hope you will not, someone will not protect them, because we're going to act. We have acted before.
Order. You are alluding that this house can protect.
Not you.
You
I'm
not
not
come.
saying you. I'm not saying the house.
Can you withdraw that statement?
Okay, I withdraw the statement.
Yeah. And apologize to the house.
I apologize.
Okay, Honorable Kokwas,
Thank
the last
you,
question.
Chairman. First of all, I want to thank Eldoret because of their enforcement, but I don't want Eldoret to have a jealousy because they were there, they were seen, and everything is there in your eyes, and you are there in every day to see that is a service line of Eldoret, and the house is grown up there, and you have never do something there. And what I want to say, because this procedure have already affected me in some years. Do you know that Eagles Hardware, it is under sewer line? And that day, you go there and know that
Order, Honorable. Zero yourself to the subject, to where we are talking about.
Yes, but I remember that you, MD, you came to my place and break my even around.
Order, that is personal. Out of order, member. You are out of order,
And you
Honorable
have
member.
never
Order,
gone to
Honorable
Eagles.
Kokwas.
And now
Order,
Vince
Honorable
is a
Kokwas.
big giant. And you
Order,
have never
Honorable
gone
member.
there.
Honorable Kokwas, please.
Yes,
Order,
thank you,
Honorable
I
Kokwas. Order. He has withdrawn. Thank you, Honorable Wanjoy, for coming in. Thank you. We are winding up, Honorable members. We allow the MD to answer his final question, and then so that we rest the matter. We have documentary evidence, and we had given you access, the latitude, Honorable member. Do you have anything burning?
Yeah, I think maybe my question did not come clear. That is why you
are giving him to answer.
You answered.
Honorable member, we are giving him to answer.
But let me bring it clearly now. MD, are you aware that as we speak now, the land is owned by a private developer?
Yes, I've been told. Yep.
Which law will you use to apply to demolish the structure?
What is not in order, Honorable Corretti?
Chair, I think the honorable member is not in order because already there is a law to be followed for demolition. So, and he had already said pursuing the law.
Order. We have a legal team, and he has this legal team. I think he's consulting, and he has given us that he's forming a legal proceedings.
What I wanted to say, Chair.
He has a team.
Chair,
he has a teeth, and the teeth is with the law.
Chair, on that issue, I wanted to report that in the past, Eldoret has encountered this kind of an issue, and we've gone to court and won. Once it is a public and confirmed public property, even if you have a title, it will be quashed.
Exactly. Thank
MD, there is a set of questions from around 5 honorable members, and time is not on our side. Can you respond to those questions?
I actually responded to a lot of them. I wanted to say that we are currently enhancing our surveillance and monitoring. I wanted to report to the House that already we have court cases on certain people who have done this before. And we are going to make sure that at least we implement our part. But also we are calling on the committee to help us. If there's a way, we can create a multi-sector kind of committee where there's public health, the Department for Fiscal Planning and Survey and Land, so that we can work as a team to address a lot of these issues, which I earlier said are rampant in the town. But we will be able to deal with this, trust us, and you'll see the result that comes out of this, from our side at least. Even the water they have used, they will pay all of it from when they started using up to now. We have done that before and we'll do it again.
Have you answered all the question, or you have just generalized?
No, I answered when I think you had gone out. But I responded to all of
No, when I was here, Honorable Ngetich asked question, Honorable Kokwa, Honorable Lagat, I have not heard you answering.
No, in that general statement, I've also responded to Kokwas. Yes, because he's saying, why do you leave another one and deal with others?
There was a question by Honorable Member from Queenette, Honorable Rebecca. She asked, the developer is using water to construct. Which water? If it is for Eldoas,
yes,
it means you gave him the meter. Is it?
No, sometimes they use without the meter. So what we are going to do, we have our lab, which we have even instant testing facilities.
No, I'm just asking. The water that they are being used now, which water are they using? Eldoas or not?
At this point in time, because I have not received the report, I might not answer that question. Because you see, some people could be having boreholes, but once we do the tests, because ours is evidence-based, we'll go and test the water, just check, and we'll have a report out of it.
How can we access that report?
We can share. Just tell us that once we do that, we share. We'll share everything.
The timeline of testing that water?
Maybe tomorrow.
Chair.
Tomorrow, yes.
Yes.
Honorable Chair, serious.
Yes.
Thank you. I have just hijacked from him. You know,
is it a burning issue?
It is a burning issue. We are subjecting the MD Eldowas to questions outside the matter at hand. The overall question was, are you aware? And he has said that he is not aware. Number two, is it true that the said land is housing Eldowas projects? And he said yes. Honorable Chair,
that is enough.
If we ask him to go and test water, what will it help us here today?
Thank you.
Now, and again, it is good to know, because
no,
that said land, give me 1 minute, yes, Honorable Chair. Yes. That said land houses plots which have Eldowas water. If that developer asked the neighbor to give him water,
Chair. Order, honorable members. Let us use the parliamentary language, please. Let's adhere to that.
I withdraw.
Thank you, Honorable Isaac.
Okay, thank you, Chair. On my point of view, it seems Eldowas is a toothless entity, because the planning approval come from the county government. I think the policy should be this. During approval, even the county, the Eldowas should be consulted for them to allow also the construction to go ahead. They are coming now when already the water is under the bridge. The construction, in fact, when we raise a concern from this county assembly, the developer moved with a very high speed, knowing that there is something which was going on. So it seems the county, the Eldowas should be involved in any approval if the land is riparian, so that we cannot remain with this mess. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Isaac. It's only that asking me that if you can put any caveat on the development, you can cushion the development to stop the development. If you have those two, you take the legal, the requisite route.
Yeah.
On conclusion, I think we are winding up, honorable members. I think we want to agree that we give him to give final remarks, so that we conclude. Maybe you start with the operation manager, then you conclude yourself.
Okay, thank you very much, Chair. I think for me, I want to say we are very thankful. I think this is my first experience in this kind of environment, but I hope we answered our questions well. So for me, I want to say thank you, but if there's still some further issues, we are ready to come and at least answer again. So for me, I'm very thankful for this session. Thank you very much.
I want to also thank you very much for the questions. I must say they are very thorough and hard questions. I'm so happy about the committee that you have taken your role on these issues. Sometimes, as elders, we thought we were alone, but now we can see that even the legislators are with us. And I want to say that if possible, we can domesticate national fiscal planning and land laws here, and then also we can implement, because this issue is an issue that is going to affect service delivery, and it will affect non-realization of county goals. Also, the bottom-up economic transformation agenda will not be realized with this kind of unplanned or unchecked constructions which are hurting services of our people. As elders, I want to say we are not toothless, and we're going to act on this. I will take it personal, and we'll act on this, and then we ensure that the due process is followed. And we will not disappoint, but we want to thank you for inviting us. We look for more engagements in future.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Before I give to my co-chair, I want to seek the...
Yes,
there's a request from...
I have a request. I am a member who's or the ward sit within municipality, and that's where it is within the jurisdiction of where Eldoret serve. And during his submission, the MD did alluded that they have such other many problems. Will he mind sharing with the committee of such other problems so that the committee, during their other sittings, can consider relooking into it? Do he mind sharing?
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Member. I think you will go and do audit of that so that you provide, you furnish this house with the... Before I give the Honorable Chair, I want to say thank you, Honorable Members, and our guests today. Be informed, the MD and the Operation Manager, that we turned a blind eye on your dress code. Should you have invoked the way we did with members, then you must have been sent off before you get a tie and come. So next time, when you go to National Assembly, County Assembly, pressings, on appearing on matters of invitation, we require that you are senior officers of government and you have the dress code well put. 2 weeks, we require a period. We have timelines between 7 days and 14 days. Furnish us with the report of the entire places you seem to have been rebellion, encroached, and also where way leaves have been interfered with or developments have been done. I give my Honorable Chair.
Thank you. And all the honorable members, the invited guests from Eldoret, I want just to make 2 comments. One, thank you for the engagement. We are here, Assembly, we are House of Rules and Laws. We do oversight and implementation. Another concern is we are custodian of public properties. The way we asked about the issue of water connection, we want to prevent any illegal water because that one catches on the embezzlement of funds. Number 3, if you have any other information you want to give us in form of documents, you can share with us. Lastly, on behalf of the board chairs, we are inviting you for a lunch. Don't go. Sergeant Atam will direct you as you proceed. This meeting stands adjourned until 2 p.m. Honorable members, remain by house keeping rules. Thank you.